Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Alya Luthfia. You can call me Alya. I'm from Digital Office Administration and I'm going to present about personality theories. First structure of personality theory. Perhaps Sigmund Freud's single most enduring and important idea was the human psyche, or personality. Freud believed the three components of personality were the id, ego, and superego. The first one is id. The id is our subconscious part that wants to immediately fulfill our basic desires such as eating and sleeping. The second is ego. The ego is the part that thinks realistically and considers what we can do according to social roles and norms. And the last one is superego. The superego is our inner voice that reminds us of what is right and wrong according to the values we learn from society. The superego, which emerges around the age of 5, is the part that carries the moral roles we learn from our environment. These three parts work together to shape the way we act. Freud believed that an imbalance between these elements would lead to a maladaptive person. Maladaptive is difficulty in adapting. Okay, when a person feels that his desire is too strong to pursue momentary pleasure, his mind looks for ways to balance that with defense mechanism. According to Freud, these defense mechanisms are essential to cope well with everyday life, although their excessive use can be problematic. The defense mechanism consists of the first one, projection, hiding desires that can create problems by associating them with others. The second is rationalization, giving reasons that justify our own bad actions. The next is displacement, diverting the disturbing desire from the anxious thing to something more acceptable. Next, reaction formation, making less plausible reasons seem to contradict the truth. Then, regression, return to an earlier stage of development such as childhood, which feels safer. And last, sublimation, channeling unacceptable sexual or aggressive desires into acceptable activities. Next, 12.2 The origins of personality. I want that right now. Superego, good people don't think about those things. And ego, let's figure out a way to work together. Okay, we may wish to scream, yell, or hit, and yet our ego normally tells us to wait, reflect, and choose a more appropriate response. Freud argued that personality is developed through a series of psychosexual stages, each focusing on pleasure from a different part of the body. Freud believed that sexuality begins in infancy, and that the appropriate resolution of each stage has implications for later personality development. Freud's stages of psychosexual development are oral, anal, pelvic, latency, and genital. Okay, the conclusion. Freud proposed that the mind is divided into three components, the id, ego, and superego, and that the interaction and conflict between these components creates the personality. Freud also proposed that we use defense mechanisms to cope with anxiety and maintain a positive self-image. And Freud argued that personality is development through a series of psychosexual stages, each focusing on the pleasures of a different part of the body. Well, that's all from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.